Have you ever wondered what a mutual fund is? Well, in this session of Diminishing the Jargon, we're going to answer that question. Hello, and welcome to Diminishing the Jargon. My name is Jeremiah Pazana. I'm your host and owner of Liberty Crown Financial. In this session, we want to talk about mutual funds. What is a mutual fund? What does it mean to have a mutual fund? Well, one way I would like to explain it is remembering back when I was in high school. Actually, I just graduated from high school. And when I graduated, I had worked at Walmart for a period of time as I was going to college. And in the late evenings, if you're ever there, you would see a bunch of baskets toward the front of the store. Now, there was actually a lot of them, and each basket had a lot of merchandise in it. Well, the baskets were actually divided among different types of departments within the store. So my job was to go up to the front, and based on the department that I was working in, was to get a basket that coincided with my department. I would take that basket and go back to my department and put everything back. Now, it was made easy for all the employees because each employee can pick up their baskets that was set up or gathered together based on their respective departments. So when the employee would pick up their basket, then they would, like I said, they would take it back to their departments, and I did as well. So let's look at these baskets here. So there's 5 baskets on top right here. Now, each department had their own basket. So say it was sporting goods. So everything that had to do with sporting goods, hunting, outside recreation, whatever, you name it. Fishing, all those was in that basket. Everything related to that department was in that basket. And so you have another basket here that maybe was houseware. So linens or pots and pans or whatever. All that was in that basket. Then you would go to grocery store, the grocery side of it, or the food and perishables. Maybe the meat market was one, and the clothing was another. So every department had their own basket. Now, when you would get into the department, so to take sporting goods, because that's where I used to work. So in sporting goods department, I would get my basket, and then I would go and now return all the merchandise back to their respective areas. Okay, so if it was hooks or fishing hooks, or if it was bait, or it was let's see, some maybe even hunting clothing, maybe footballs or baseballs or bats or balls or whatever there is. So I would go back and put those items back in the shelf. So my basket obviously had a lot of it in it, but it was all sporting goods, but every sporting good item, it was actually different types of sporting goods items. So I had a collection of different things. So did the clothing department, and so did the food department, etc. Well, how does that relate to mutual funds? Well, kind of the same way. A mutual fund is a basket, one of these, of stocks. Now, depending on the strategy, it depends what the basket is made up. So if it's tech stocks or pharmaceuticals, or maybe domestic, meaning local U.S. stocks versus domestic stocks, versus international stocks. So every basket had a different type of strategy to it or focus to it. And so all the stocks would be embedded in that. So every time you would get a mutual fund, you're getting a collection of different stocks in that basket. Again, depending on the strategy and focus. Well, I remember sometimes when I was working at Walmart that there was only maybe a couple baskets, or sometimes even one basket. And this one basket contained everything within the store. Whether it's perishable items, or meaning like bananas or bread, food items, or whether it was sporting goods or clothing department or home department, or any other department, electronic department, every item within the store was in that one basket. And so the task for the person that had to go work it is take that basket to all the different departments. Now, that basket again was full of stuff. The good thing about that, well, really the bad thing for somebody who had put it up, was they had to go really across all aspects of the store to put all the merchandise back. Well, think about it as a mutual fund as well. Again, a basket full of stocks. Well, in somebody who was trying to be diversified, that one mutual fund could have thousands of stocks in there that could represent different types of industries, whether it's pharmaceutical, whether it is technology companies, or it could even be region, whether it's domestic or international or emerging markets. So that one basket of mutual fund could have multiple different strategies inside of it with the focus of being diversified. So go back to my earlier example in that every department each had their own individual baskets. Now, if you take that example and you say, okay, now I have one centralized basket. What if I take this strategy and this strategy and this strategy and this strategy and put it all into one big basket? That's what investing could do. That's what mutual funds can do. You can take your account, okay, and you can put multiple types of strategies into there depending on your focus and your objective. And that's what a mutual fund can do for you. It could bring different strategies into your portfolio or your holdings or your account more specifically, so you can diversify across the board. So to recap, a mutual fund is a basket full of stocks, and depending on what's in that basket, it depends on the strategy or the focus of the objective of what's trying to be accomplished. Now, obviously, in my example here, you could actually take several mutual funds and put them under one account, so you can have a broader source, a broader approach to diversification. Well, I hope this helps in understanding what a mutual fund is and how it could be used in your portfolio. If you have any questions, please look us up at libertycrownfinancial.com, or if you have any suggestions as far as jargon or terminology you're not too sure about, find us on libertycrownfinancial.com. We'll love to hear from you and submit your requests that way. Again, find us on Facebook at Liberty Crown Financial. Until next time, thank you.